all, we are going to present about timetable etiquettes, which play a very crucial role, though we may look very decent in the office, in the personal room, in the classrooms, but the canteen is the place where we will be ourselves. That shows our real character. So, in some professional meetings and in some professional dinners, what are the etiquettes we have to maintain? That's what we are going to demonstrate. We have some We have 6 to 7 scenes which shows various do's and don'ts we have to maintain the timetable etiquettes. First scene. Here in this side, we have shown what we should not do in the etiquette. Actually, Sukumaran has invited Arnan for the dinner, but without getting clear permission from Sukumaran, Arnan came and sat just like that. We have to wait for the host who has invited to greet us and sit down. Actually, what we have to do is going to perform this side. This is the etiquette way, what we have to do. Now the second scene. Go back. Go. Here we see the rudeness of both the employees in the company. They just mock at what are the items present in the menu card, and they are criticized. It is not a good sign of the host who is invited, and it even mocks the chef who prepares the food. Actually, the etiquette way is shown this side.
Shishti.
Here in the etiquette way, we saw the politeness of the host, and only the host has ordered, not both the guest and the host both didn't order here. Only the host has the right to order. And we should not, in an etiquette dinner, we should not, if we are a guest, we should not dominate the host. Only the host can order and make decisions in the things. Only thing we can get, we can order our dish and we cannot do any dominance in the situation. Now the scene 4. There is the way we serve in the dinner. Here we can see they haven't arranged the dishes properly. The etiquette way of arranging the dishes is the salt, bread and butter paste should be present on the left side, that is on the top of the fork, and the beverages should be present on the right side, that is on the top of the spoon. The liquid items should be present on the right side, and the salt should be present on the left side. The etiquette way will be shown here. And you have to notice another one point. They haven't used the napkins here this side. Here they have used the napkins. If the napkin is too small, we have to unfold it completely and spread on our lap. And if it's too large, just make one fold and spread it on our lap. It not only shows our decency, but also doesn't spoil our dress. And now the way they eat. It's all the Indian way. The only positiveness is they share the food. That is the only thing. But in etiquette dinner, there is no need for sharing. The only thing we have to maintain a decency. The etiquette way will be shown to you. The way they handle the spoon, the fork, and everything will be seen here. Now, some of the important dilemmas which will happen in the gesture. Now, if you order food and while eating, if you find some air or some ants or some insects in our soup or something, the gestures what we have to do is immediately without walking at the pot, we can simply take the hair of the unwanted particle in the food and place it on one side of our plate and we can continue eating. If it still bothers us, we can just ignore the food silently. And if we have swallowed something unknowingly and it's stuck in our throat, what we have to do is, and if we get immediate cough, just take a tissue paper and cover our mouth and then we can silently cough. But still if it doesn't cure, just get an excuse from the host, go to the restroom and be comfortable and then arrive at the table. Then if we are in the middle of the dinner, if we are sick, kindly get an excuse from the host and then go to your room. And this is the last thing, but not the least, very important thing. One of the most funniest scene I think, which hurts most of the chefs. Once if a dish is ordered, we should not smell in front of the chef, which is a very great insult to the chef. So if it bothers us, we should not touch the dish. And without tasting a dish, we should not put salt or pepper or even add sauce to the dish. The etiquette way will be shown here. Another one important thing in the etiquette dish, the dish should not be this much clean or in a professional etiquette dining thing. There must be at least some unwanted food left in the dish, like this. Now this is the last thing in our thing, that is the billing section. pay the bill and the order is not made the guest to pay the bill. Once the bill has occurred, the host must take the authority and the initiative to pay the bill. The etiquette way will be shown here. Even if the host is busy, the guest should not even take a chance to see the bill. It is one of the most important things which we have to maintain in the etiquette dining. Thank you. Now I will use Asher to conclude.
Good morning, everyone. Now my next word about what are the do's and don'ts of dining etiquette. Now let me generalize the basic etiquette of dining. Now let me first point is we should have to respond the invitation of the host before a week back, so that you can make an arrangement for all the members. If you want an additional member to take with you, you must have informed him before that, so that he can make arrangement for the host, arrangement for the members. The next is you have to greet the host when you come into the party or an invitation. Then you must know how to greet your host, and you should start eating only when the host gives the signals to start eating. You shouldn't eat before that. Next, you have to use the napkins properly like they did. Then the server has to serve the dishes in a clockwise direction, so that the ladies get the first dishes and then it goes on to the gentlemen. Next, if the food which is served to you is not up to your liking, you shouldn't waste it. You should just eat something in it, or else you have to just make a cut of the dish and make it in the side plate. Next, you should not keep your hand and take the dishes. You should ask your neighbor to take the dish for serving. The next point is you should not leave your plate quite empty. It should be something in a plate, as if you should not keep it empty, as if you are not eating for days. So let me conclude this part by these are the do's and don'ts of proper dinner ethics. Thank you.
Well done. Well done, team. You have done good justice, great justice to your topic. Well done. You have covered most of the points. I'll just take 5 minutes to exactly tell you that when you are sitting for a Western dinner, how the whole thing will appear. Because this was not visible to you. For you to recognize the setting, I'll just put it up to you on the board. Sit down, please.
அருண் வை
When you sit down for a meal at a dining table, the setting will be crockery and the plates will be something like this. You will have the main plate. This is the plate on which you will have the main course. So main course is meat, vegetables, dal, rice, all that is part of your main course. So all that you will eat from this plate. Along with that, there are certain accompaniments. So when you are having soup, the accompaniment with soup could be bread or it could be bread rolls. So when bread rolls are served, or bread slices are served, that will not be taken on to your main plate. It will be taken on to the side plate. So you have the small plate to the left on which you will either keep the bread roll or the bread. If you like to have butter along with it, you will apply butter and also, so you will have your butter here, you will have your whatever else you want to use along with your bread, all that will be on your side plate. This is your soup spoon. The first spoon which they have shown you, this is your soup spoon. The shape of the soup spoon is round. It's got a little, the curvature is a little more than the normal spoon and it will be round. The soup spoon will be round. So that's how you identify a soup spoon. They have given you a very good demonstration of how to eat soup. Soup is not drunk, it is eaten. We say eating soup. Okay? So this is your soup spoon. Along with the soup spoon, you may have bread and other accompaniments which is there on your small plate. Then you come to the main course. In the main course, you would have vegetables. If you are a non-vegetarian, you will have items of meat. That is kept onto your main plate. So you serve it. The waiter has come to you, you take what you want and serve it onto your plate. Along with that, if you want to eat chapatis or naan or roti or something, that is kept in this plate. The roti is not kept on your main plate. So please remember that. The roti will be cut with your left hand. In Western dining, there is nothing as right hand and left hand. We use both the hands for dining. So the roti is cut with your left hand. And the piece is taken to the mouth, and with a spoon we take the vegetable or the meat. If you need to cut the meat, you can make use of this knife. If you are eating rice, you can make use of this spoon, rice spoon. So depending on what you are eating, either you can use the spoon or you can use the knife. Now you would be wondering, what about the fork? The fork is always held in your left hand. So you actually hold the food down onto the plate, press it down with your fork and then cut the meat with your right hand. So that is how you make use of either the fork and knife or you make use of the fork and spoon. If you are eating rice, you can use a fork to shovel the food onto the spoon and then eat with your spoon. The water tumbler will be to the right and you will use your right hand for drinking water. Your hand will not be dirty because you are using the spoon to eat the dal and the vegetable. So your hand is absolutely clean. You use your right hand for drinking water. So that is the typical setting that you will find when you are sitting down for dinner. Now typically what will happen is there are some items of food that you don't like. It could be curry leaves, it could be a piece of chili, or there is some particular vegetable that you don't like. Now you should not push it out of the plate. That is considered to be bad etiquette. What you have to do is the unwanted items of food which you don't want has to be pushed on either to this part of your plate or to this part of your plate. This is called as 1 o'clock, this is called as 11 o'clock. So it's like a clock face. So either you push it to the 1 o'clock position or you push it to the 11 o'clock position. It should never be pushed out of the plate. That is considered to be bad manners. Because the table will be nicely laid out, there will be a beautiful white tablecloth and you will be spoiling the whole thing. The next aspect is, after you finish your meal, now they talked about some unwanted item like a piece of hair or something else being in the food. It has come into your mouth. You should be very careful not to spit it out. Because whatever you do, if you do it in an obscene way, you are disturbing the other people from eating. So you have to do it in a very subtle way. So if you are eating with a spoon, you will spit out that food onto the spoon, your own spoon. And then that will be taken up here. It will be put here or it will be put here. And then if you are feeling yourself, you are feeling it's very offensive, you can take a little bit of rice or something in your plate and cover it up. So that you don't have to keep looking at it and upsetting your own appetite. So the point we need to understand is you will never do anything which is going to upset the people at the table. That's the height of good manners. Never do something which is offensive or which is nauseating to somebody else. That's the point I'm trying to stress on. After the meal is over, you have to close your plate. It's only when you close your plate that the waiter is going to come and clear your plate. So how you close your plate? There are two ways you can do it. One is you got your fork here and you got your knife here. You keep it parallel to each other in the 6 o'clock position. This is the 6 o'clock position.
No.
Okay, so this is the English, the British way of closing the meal. But the Americans have a different way of closing. They do it like this. The Americans like to do it in the 4 o'clock position. So either you can close your plate in the 4 o'clock position or you can close it in the 6 o'clock position. Both are equally fine, depending on whatever style you want to do. If I were you, what I will do is, if I have got an American sitting with me and he is closing his plate in the 4 o'clock, I will also close it at 4. Even though most of the time I may be practicing 6 o'clock. So what it means is, you align yourself with your guest. Don't do something different. Be in line with what he is doing. And also one point with regard to the ordering of food, as you very rightly said, the guest is the person of honor. You decide in consultation with the guest where you would like to go. The choice of hotel, what type of food they like. Do they like European food? Do they want Indian food? Or they want Chinese? Depending, you consult, you tell them that this is where this different types of food is available. What would you like to eat? In consultation with that, you take that person to the appropriate place. Then the host will order the food as rightly brought out by them. The host will pay the bill. The normal tipping norm is about 10% of your total bill. So that is a rough thumb rule of how much money to tip the waiter. Be always very polite to the waiter. Don't do something which will upset your guest. Because if you get angry with the waiter, your guest is getting upset. So don't do anything which will upset your guest. So anybody with any questions, you are welcome to